Love and faith have no shame, no honour, no fear for what is to come. They are secure, says love. Their doors are open. No one can harm them.
This is a prepaid collect call from an inmate at Florida Correctional Institution. This call is subject to recording and monitoring.
This like the situation is scary. You ready right now?
Yeah, I'm ready. That's you on speaking.
All the pain I went through turned to a fame. I put it all on my tattoo, cause of where I came from. If I ain't never learned before, then it's the
This call is subject to recording and
sitting in
monitoring.
institution, I done lost my baby. If Nanny never woke me up, then it's gon' wait. When them people ran up on my spine, and they took my baby. I ran the time to doing the time, but it's for no reason. I ran the time to ride the pine, for the days free, for the days free, for the days free.
This call has dropped. To add more credits, please press 1. Free Kodak.
For such a soul has no matter in her which prevents her from seeing clearly, so that she is alone in it through the power of true humility. And she is common to all through the generosity of perfect charity. and alone in God, since perfect love has taken possession of her. Love says, meditation of pure love has only one intention, that she might always love faithfully, without wishing for any reward. And the soul cannot do this unless she is deprived of herself. For faithful love would not deign to have any consolation which came by the soul's seeking. Truly not.
1, 7, 8.
Meditation of love knows well that it is for the best, that she must not exert herself except in what is her task, and that is to will perfectly the will of God. And she leaves God to work and to order God's will as God pleases. For whoever wills that God might fulfill wishes to experience their own comforts does not place their trust solely in God's goodness, but trusts rather in those. Are you not also one of the virtues and one of us, even though you be above us? I am God, says love, for love is God, and God is love. And this soul is God through its condition of love. And I am God through my divine nature. And this soul is God by love's just law. So that this, my precious beloved, is taught and guided by me, without herself, for she has been changed into me. And this is the outcome, says love, of being nourished by me. Ah, Lady Soul, says reason, you have two laws, your own and ours. Ours for belief and yours for love.
Let me sit this ass on you. Show you how I feel. Let me take this off. You watch me. That's Mississippi. Don't take your eyes off it. Watch it. If you like, you can touch me. Touch me, touch me. Grab a hold, don't let go. Let me know that you're ready. I just want to show you now. Slow it down, go round. Right up to the side of my mountain. Climb until you reach my peak, babe. Peak, babe, peak. And reach right into the bottom of my fountain. I wanna play in your deep, babe. Deep, babe, deep. Then dip me under where you can feel my river flow and flow. Hold me till I scream for air to breathe. Don't wash me over until my well runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, me, baby, me. Rock it till waterfalls. Rock it till waterfalls. Rock it till waterfalls. Bathing in waterfalls. I do it like it's my profession. I gotta make a confession. Right about his face. Put it in your face. The way if you need a personal trainer, therapist. I can be a piece of sunshine, interface, entertainer. Anything else that you may read between the lines, you and I create. I can't say a waterfall. So look right up to the side of my mountain. Climb until you reach the peak, babe. The peak, babe, peak. And reach right into the bottom of my fountain. I wanna play in your deep, babe. Deep, babe, deep. Then dip me under where you can feel my river flow and flow. Hold me till I scream for air to breathe. And wash me over until my well runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, babe. Keep it, babe.
This soul, says love, has 6 wings, just as the seraphim. She no longer wishes for anything which comes by an intermediary, but that is the proper state of being of the seraphim. There is no intermediary between their love and God's love. Love is constantly made new in them, without any intermediaries. And so too in this soul, for she does not seek for knowledge of God among the teachers of this world, but by truly despising this world and herself.
Thus my heart was grieved, and I was vexed in my mind. I was foolish and ignorant, I was like a beast before you. Nevertheless, I am continually with you. You hold me by my right hand, you will guide me with your counsel, and afterward receive me to glory. Whom have I in heaven but you? And there is none upon earth that I desire besides you. My flesh and my heart fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. But God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Thus my heart was grieved, and I was vexed in my mind. I was foolish and ignorant, I was like a beast before you. Nevertheless, I am continually with you. You hold me by my right hand, you will guide me with your counsel, and afterward receive me to glory. Whom have I in heaven but you? And there is none upon earth that I desire besides you. My flesh and my heart fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. But God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. But it is good for me to draw near to God. I have put my trust in the Lord God, that I may declare all your words.
How great is the difference between the gift that
Whom
a
have
lover makes to his
in
loved one
heaven
through an
but
intermediary, and the gift made directly to his loved one by a lover. Love says, "This daughter of Sion does not long for masses or sermons or fastings or prayers, lady love, says reason. These are the food of holy souls. That is true, says love, for those who beg. But this soul begs for nothing, for she has no need to long for anything which is outside her. Now listen, reason, says love. Why should this soul long for those things which I have just named, since God is everywhere, just as much without them as with them? This soul has no thought, no word, no work, except for employing the grace of the Divine Trinity. This soul feels no disquiet for any sins which she once committed, nor for the suffering which God underwent for her, nor for the sins and the troubles in which her neighbours live. What does this mean, love? Says reason. Teach me to understand this, since you have reassured me about my other questions. It means, says love, that this soul is not her own, and so she can feel no disquiet. For her thought is at rest in a place of peace, that is, in the Trinity. And therefore she cannot move from there, nor feel disquiet, so long as her beloved is untroubled. That anyone falls into sin, or that sin was ever committed, this is displeasing to her will, just as it is to God. For it is his own displeasure which gives such displeasure to this soul. But nonetheless, says love, in spite of such displeasure, there is no disquiet in the Trinity, nor is there in such a soul who is at rest within the Trinity. But if this soul, who is in such exalted rest, could help her neighbours, she would help them in their need with all her might. But the thoughts of such souls are so divine that they do not dwell upon past or created things, so as to apprehend disquiet in themselves. For God is good, beyond all comprehending. Love says, so such a soul has no name, and therefore she has the name of the change into which love has changed her. separate themselves from love. For God, who has their will, knows what is good for them without their knowing or being assured of it. Such souls live by knowing and loving and praising. That is the settled practice of such souls, without any impulse of their own. For knowledge and love and praise dwell within them. Such souls cannot assess whether they are good or bad, and they have no knowledge of themselves, and would be unable to judge whether they are converted or perverted. Or, to speak more briefly, let us take one soul to represent them all, says love. This soul neither longs for nor despises poverty or tribulation. Mass or sermon, fasting or prayer, and gives to nature all that it requires, with no qualm of conscience. But this nature is so well ordered through having been transformed in the union with love, to whom this soul's will is joined, that it never asks anything which is forbidden. Such a soul is not concerned about what it lacks, except at the needful time. And none but the innocent can be without this concern. Reason says, for God's sake, what does this mean, love? I'll tell you in reply, Reason, says love, as I have told you before, and yet again I tell you that every teacher of natural wisdom, every teacher of book learning, everyone who persists in loving their obedience to the virtues does not and will not understand this as it should be understood. Be sure of this, Reason, says love, for only those understand it who should seek after perfect love. But if by chance one found such souls, they would tell the truth if they wanted to. Yet I do not think that anyone could understand them, except only those who seek after perfect love and charity. Sometimes, says love, this gift is given in the twinkling of an eye. And let those who is given it hold fast to it, for it is the most perfect gift which God gives to a creature. This soul is learning in the school of divine knowledge and is seated in the valley of humility and upon the plain of truth, and is at rest upon the mountain of love. Such a soul, says love, swims in the sea of joy, that is in the sea of delights, flowing and streaming from the divinity. And she feels no joy, for she herself is joy. And so she swims and flows in joy without feeling any joy. For she dwells in joy, and joy dwells in her. For through the power of joy, she is herself joy, which has changed her into itself. Now they have one common will, like fire and flame, the will of the lover and that of the beloved. For love has changed the soul into itself. The soul, sweetest, pure, divine love, says his soul. How sweet is this changing by which I am changed into the thing that I love better than I love myself. And I am so changed that I have therein lost my name for the sake of loving. I, who can love so little, and I am changed into that which I love more than myself. That is, into love. For I love nothing but love. I have said before, says the soul, that I lack nothing, because my beloved has from all time sufficient and will have enough forevermore. What then should I lack? I do not love myself, except only for God.